Leonard Harold, Lenny Breau, August 5, 1941 – August 12, 1984, was an American guitarist and music educator. One of the most admired guitarists of his generation in musicians' circles in the U.S. He was known for blending many styles of music including jazz, country, classical and flamenco guitar. Inspired by country guitarists like Chet Atkins, Breau used fingerstyle techniques not often used in jazz guitar, and with his use of the 7-string guitar and approach to the guitar like a piano, opened up possibilities for the instrument. Biography. Breau was born August 5, 1941, in Auburn, Maine. His francophone parents, Harold "Hal Lone Pine" Breau and Betty Cody, were professional country and western musicians who performed and recorded from the mid-1930s until, in Hal Breau's case, the mid-1970s. From the mid to late 1940s they played summer engagements in southern New Brunswick, advertising their performances, playing free programs on radio station CKCW Moncton. Their son began playing guitar at the age of 8. When he was 12, he started a small band with friends, and by the age of 14 he was the lead guitarist for his parents' band, billed as Lone Pine Jr., playing Merle Travis and Chet Atkins instrumentals and occasionally singing. Breau made his first professional recordings in Westbrook, Maine at the age of 15 while working as a studio musician. Many of these recordings were released posthumously on a CD titled Boy Wonder. The Breau family moved to Winnipeg, Manitoba, in 1957, and the new band traveled and performed around the city and province as the CKY Caravan. Their shows were broadcast live on Winnipeg's CKY on Saturday mornings from various remote locations. One of their regular listeners was Randy Bachman, who was 16 years of age at the time. On one occasion Bachman bicycled to a Caravan performance in his West Kildonan neighborhood and ended up meeting Breau. Breau and Bachman soon became friends, and Breau informally began teaching Bachman, who has since described those lessons as the beginning of my life as a guitar player. Quote, around 1959 Lenny Breau left his parents' country band after his father slapped him in the face for using jazz improvisations on stage and sought out local jazz musicians, performing at Winnipeg venues including Rando Manor and the Stage Door. He met pianist Bob Erlinson, who began teaching him more of the foundations of jazz. In 1962, Breau left for Toronto and soon created the jazz group 3 with singer-actor Don Franks and Ian Henstridge on acoustic bass. 3 performed in Toronto, Ottawa, and New York City. Their music was featured in the 1962 National Film Board documentary Toronto Jazz. They recorded a live album at the Village Vanguard in New York City and appeared on U.S. network television on the Jackie Gleason and Joey Bishop shows. Returning to Winnipeg, Breau became a regular session guitarist, recording for CBC Radio and CBC Television, and contributed to CBC TV's Teen Beat, Music Hop, and his own The Lenny Breau Show. To many Canadians, Breau's jazz is still an evocative memory of the sound of CBC in the 1960s. In 1963 and 1964, Breau appeared at David Ingram's Fourth Dimension at 2000 Pembina Highway in Fort Garry, a suburb of Winnipeg. Every Sunday night was a hootenanny open to all. Another regular at the club on Sunday nights at the same time was Neil Young and his band with Vancouver CKNW's Rick Honey as his drummer. Breau's fully matured technique was a combination of Atkins's and Travis's finger-picking and Sabakas-influenced flamenco, highlighted by extraordinary right-hand independence and flurries of artificial harmonics. His harmonics sensibilities were a combination of his country roots, classical, modal, Indian, and especially jazz, particularly the work of pianist Bill Evans. In 1967, recordings of Breau's playing from the Lenny Breau show had found their way into the hands of Chet Atkins. The ensuing friendship resulted in Breau's first two LP issues, Guitar Sounds from Lenny Breau and The Velvet Touch of Lenny Breau, Live. On RCA, he lived in various Canadian cities until 1976, when he returned to the United States. He spent the next several years moving between Nashville, Maine, Stockton, California and New York City, eventually settling in Los Angeles in 1983. These years were spent performing, teaching, and writing for Guitar Player magazine. During this time, he had custom 7-string guitars made, one classical and one electric. At the time, no company made a string that could be tuned to the high A on his classical guitar. Breau used fishing line of the correct gauge, until LaBella began making a string for him. The electric was made by Kirk Sand, also with the first string being a high A. Only a few more solo albums and albums recorded with fiddler Buddy Spicker and pedal steel guitarist Buddy Emmons were issued during his lifetime. Death and legacy. Breau had continual drug problems from the mid-1960s, which he managed to get under control during the last years of his life. On August 12, 1984, his body was found in a swimming pool at his apartment complex in Los Angeles, California. The coroner reported that he had been strangled. His wife, Jewel Breau, was the chief suspect in the case, but she was never charged with murder and the case is still unsolved. He is interred in an unmarked grave at Glendale's Forest Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery. Many live and lost recordings have been issued since Breau's death. His studio recordings have also been reissued, due to efforts by Randy Bachman of Git Archives, Paul Kohler of Art of Life Records, Tim Tamishiwo of CBC Radio and others. A whole new generation of listeners have access to his music. Breau was a big fan of jazz pianist Bill Evans and often adapted his compositions such as Funny Man for guitar. Breau said in relation to this, "I approach the guitar like a piano. I've reached a point where I transcend the instrument. A lot of the stuff I play on the 7-string guitar is supposed to be technically impossible, but I spent over 20 years figuring it out. I play the guitar like a piano. There's always two things going on at once. I'm thinking melody, but I'm also thinking of a background. I play the accompaniment on the low strings." Quote, a documentary entitled The Genius of Lenny Breau was produced in 1999 by Breau's daughter Emily Hughes. It includes interviews with Chet Atkins, Ted Green, Pat Metheny, George Benson, Leonard Cohen, and Bachman, as well as family members. George Benson said, "He dazzled me with his extraordinary guitar playing. I wish the world had the opportunity to experience his artistry." One long tune, The Life and Music of Lenny Breau by Ron Forbes Roberts, University of North Texas Press 2006, is considered the definitive work on Breau. Nearly 200 people were interviewed for the book, which includes a thorough analysis of Breau's music and an extensive comprehensive discography of his recordings. CBC Radio presented a documentary soundscape on Lenny Breau entitled On the Trail of Lenny Breau. The title is in reference to Breau's parents' song On the Trail of the Lonesome Pine. It was first broadcast on September 13, 2009 as part of a regular weekly program called Inside the Music. It was narrated by Lenny's son Chet Breau. The one-hour feature was produced in Montreal by John Klefko. Discography. 1968. Guitar Sounds from Lenny Breau. RCA. 1969. The Velvet Touch of Lenny Breau. Live. RCA. 1994. One Way. 1978. Minors Allowed. Buddy Emmons with Lenny Breau. Flying Fish. Art of Life. 2005. 1979. The legendary Lenny Breau. Now. Sound Hole. 1979. Lenny Breau Direct Disc Labs. 1985. Adelphi. 1999. Released as Lenny Breau Trio. 1979. 5 O'Clock Bells. Adelphi Jeans. 1987. 1981. Mo. Breau. Adelphi Jeans. 1981. 1981. Standard Brands. RCA. With Chet Atkins. 1983. Legacy Relaxed Rabbit. Also released as Live at Bourbon Street. By Guitarchives in 1995. 1984. When Light N Strikes. Tudor. 2005. Art of Life. Released as Swingin' on a 7th string. 1985. Quietude Electric Muse. Also released as Live at Bourbon Street. By Guitarchives in 1995. 1986. The Living Room Tapes. Volume 1 Living Room. With Brad Terry. 1988. Musical Heritage Society. 1995. DOS. 1988. Last Sessions Jeans. 1990. The Living Room Tapes. Volume 2. Musical Heritage Society. With Brad Terry. 1995. Live at Bourbon Street. Guitarchives. 1997. Cabin Fever. Guitarchives. 1997. Chance Meeting. Guitarchives. 1998. Boy Wonder. Guitarchives. 2000. Live at Dante's. String Jazz. 2001. Pickin' Cotton. Guitarchives. With Richard Cotton. 2003. The Complete Living Room Tapes. Art of Life. 2003. The Hallmark Sessions. Art of Life. Recorded 1961. 2004. At the Purple Onion. Art of Life. With Don Franks and Ian Henstridge. 2014. LA Bootleg 1984 Linus Entertainment. See also. Music of Canada. Canadian Music Hall of Fame. Lenny Breau Remembered by Jim Ferguson. Guitar Player Magazine. November 1984. Official website. Nem's book Early Lenny Breau at the Wayback Machine. Archived October 27, 2009. The Genius of Lenny Breau. PDF document. Retrieved July 3, 2009. Lenny Breau at Find a Grave.